should you consider buying the Z Flip 5 when it comes out? So we're looking at the Unpacked event from Samsung 2 days from now. If you're watching this today, the 24th, it's going to go on the 26th. And we're going to finally see the Z Flip 5. But all the stuff we've seen from the leaks and the rumors and things like that, and there's kind of two different audiences here. One that may have never had a flip phone before, and one that has a Z Flip 3 or a Z Flip 4. Now, when it comes to current owners, what you're going to want to look at is the new features we're expecting, which is going to be much like this guy, the Motorola Razr Plus, where we have this bigger front screen that's more interactive. You can run apps, you can do things. That's really what we're expecting. And as long as that shows up, then that might be a good reason to go ahead and grab one. And if you care about it. There's some folks that don't really care. They just like the flip phone. They like the compactness. They like just being able to open it and close it and see some notifications on the front, but don't want a fully functional display. I mean, this is basically like a 3.6-inch fully functional phone on here with the Motorola Razr Plus. With the Z Flip 5, we're expecting a larger screen, at least from all the stuff we've seen from the leaks and the renders, and we should have a lot of some of that stuff, especially with like One UI optimization. It'll definitely, I think, give the Razr Plus a run for its money. So that's one reason to consider upgrading. And then two, trade-ins. So that's the big wild card. Wild card for this turnaround is trade-in value. So it was really good last year, if you remember, and if you traded in your Z Flip 3 for the Z Flip 4, they gave you $900 trade-in credit, which was just insane because they really wanted to get them out in people's hands, in their pockets. So that's going to be a big thing. I'll be looking at that the morning of Unpacked. I'll be looking at it. I'm going to have a video that I'll put out to tell you what the trade-in value is, what you can expect, how to get it. So stay tuned. Make sure you hit the notification bell and subscribe, all that good stuff, so that way you know, because in 2 days' time, I'm going to have all those videos come out. But as of right now, it's something to think about. And also, if you're thinking about it, I've got a link in the description where if you want to reserve your pre-order, put in your first name, your last name, your email, no commitment, then you can get $50 off extra once it comes around if you buy it from Samsung. So that's another thing to think about. But I've really been enjoying this, the Razr Plus. I've enjoyed this front screen experience. It's been so nice being able to do apps, not having to open the phone, having access to basically whatever I want, my tweets, reply to things. So that's the big thing. That's what I've been looking for from Samsung for years. And they've kind of sandbagged us for the last 4 years. It's like, okay, useless notification screen, slightly less useless notification screen. Give us a fully functional screen. And we knew it was possible because the Motorola Razr 5G did it several years ago. So that's one thing, that's what you want to look at. If you're a current owner of a Z Flip 3, Z Flip 4, or maybe even older, then you want to look at that front screen, see how much you like the experience, look at the price, which I'm fully expecting it to be $999. I don't think we're going to see a price increase, at least in the US. Maybe internationally, but I don't think we'll see it in the US. So you want to look at price increase, look and see if it's gone up or down. We want to look at trade-in values and see what we're going to get for our Z Flip 3 or our Z Flip 4, and then how good a job they do with the front screen. And then for people who've never owned a flip phone before, this is the right time. Like, if you've never had one before, probably the carriers will have pretty good incentives. They're going to have to compete. Regardless of trade-in value, they're going to have to do some competition because now they have this fantastic Razr Plus that's available now that you can get for $999. Just last week it was available for $899. You can get it super cheap at different carriers without even having to trade some stuff in some instances. So this is the first year. This is the first year that Samsung really finally has some competition in this department. And I think it's exciting. I think it's a win-win for consumers because this should drive innovation. It should drive to make better products and make them cheaper. And we have more options. So all those things right there make for, I think it's better for the entire phone world. I think it's better for the market. I think it's better for consumers. And it challenges the brands. And then they can't just keep giving us the same stuff over and over and over again, which is what we've seen the last couple of years because Samsung has had foldables deadlocked in the United States. So if you've never had a flip phone before, a couple different benefits. One, of course, is you can open it, you get a fully functional big screen phone, and then you can close it and you get half the size. You can just put it away in your phone, You can put your phone away in your pocket, in your purse, at different places like that where it's really about half the size. And this is really thin. This is closed. Look how thin it is closed. And then when you open it up, look how thin it is. It's a pretty darn thin phone. And then what's nice about the Razr here is it actually has a pretty minimal crease on it, which is nice because we know that we've had a lot of significant creases, especially with the Samsung. So that's another thing I'm looking for. Supposedly it's going to fold flat, and supposedly it's going to have a minimized crease on it. So that's something that's positive. So those are kind of the things you want to look at. Do you want a flip phone? If you do want a flip phone, do you want to get a Motorola Razr Plus or do you want to get a Samsung? I think that really is going to boil down to dollars. How much will it cost? What's the trade-in value going to be? And then how good is the implementation? So we'll be able to compare that and contrast really soon. I'm going to buy the Z Flip 5. I'm going to trade in my 4 for it. So I have about a 2-week layover before I have to send it in. So I'm going to make some comparison videos. I'll make a Z Flip 4 versus Z Flip 5, show the pros and the cons, talk about the prices. I'll talk about the trade-in values and all those other great things. But I'm pretty excited about it. Hopefully you're excited about it. We're right around the corner. I mean, we've been waiting all year, and now we just have to wait 2 more days. If you watch this tomorrow, you just have to wait 1 more day. So I'm fully expecting to have plenty of content to cover and talk about this stuff. I'm going to get the Z Fold 5. I'm going to get the Z Flip 5. And I'm going to cover those throughout the year. Provide lots of content on it, just like I've done this last couple of years. I've done it with the Z Fold and Flip 4. I did it with the Z Fold and the Z3. The Flip 3, I've covered all of them. Basically all the way back to the first Z Fold and how expensive it was with that tiny front screen. And it wasn't a very big phone. Didn't even have 5G in the US. So they made a lot of headway. I think they're much more reliable now. I think the sturdiness is there. I think the hardware is significantly better. I think the repair and the parts processes and the contracting they have with the U-Break iFix. There's a lot of different win-wins that are out there that Samsung has really helped spearhead this through. So I do give them a lot of credit. Like Samsung gets a lot of credit and a compliment for basically pioneering foldable phones, especially here in the US, and giving them to us because I think it really offers a great experience. And now we have Motorola doing it. I'm hoping we'll see somebody else. Maybe Google will decide. Maybe next year they'll hop in on it. So we at least have competition in the US now. But I'd really like to see more competition to where we can get more brands doing this because that's really what's going to drive down the price. Competition, different offerings, finding ways to make them cheaper. And I know Motorola Razr has a more, I don't want to say dumbed down, but just a less feature-packed version that doesn't have this big screen. That's very much like the previous Z Flips. That's supposed to come out later this fall. I don't know if it's going to come out in the US, but here's another thing to consider. Once the Z Flip 5 comes out, the Z Flip 4 will get significantly cheaper. It'll go on sale. You'll be able to find it refurbished. You'll be able to find good carrier deals. So if you don't care about having this big fully functional screen, if you're perfectly happy with the current way things are with the Z Flip, then you can probably make it work in your favor and get something that you want that satisfies that itch, gives you that flip phone that you wanted or you've been thinking about, saves you some money, and then maybe you don't even care about this. I don't know. I really like having the big screen on the front. I like having the fully functional screen on the front, and it's been such a great experience using the Razr Plus. So now I'm pretty excited about the Z Flip 5. So that's pretty much it. We'll have to see what pricing is, what the pre-order stuff is, but I just wanted to talk about that because every year you've got people who own like the Z Flip 3 and the Flip 4 thinking, okay, should I trade it in? Should I get the new one? Is it worthwhile? And this is probably going to be the most significant upgrade we've seen on the Z Flip since the Z Flip 3. The Z Flip 4, not too much stuff going on. The Z Flip 3 really changed a lot of stuff around. So we'll have to see what happens, but I'm excited. I can't wait 2 days from now, and then we'll go from there. But that's all I've got. If you have any questions or comments, please, of course, go to the comment section. I'll do my best to get back with you. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.